Okay, we're going to take a look at multiplying numbers in scientific notation. Our example is 2.3 times 10 to the fifth power being multiplied by 3.2 times 10 to the negative second power. We're going to look at two methods today that would help you multiply numbers in scientific notation. So the first method wants us to put both numbers in standard notation. Remember, standard notation is how we would normally write our numbers. And multiply the numbers together. Then we're going to write our answer in scientific notation. Scientific notation is where we have to have a number that's between 1 and 10. So let's look at 2.3, and we're going to write that in standard notation. According to our power of 10 to the fifth power, it wants us to move it 5 places to the right. When we move that 5 places to the right, we're going to have 230,000. Now we're going to look at 3.2 and write that in standard notation. Wants us to move our decimal 2 places to the left. When we move that 2 places to the left, we get 0.032. Now we're going to multiply 230,000 times 0.03, which will give us our regular number, standard notation, 7,360. Now we're going to convert that number into scientific notation. Once again, your number must be between 1 and 10. So we're going to hop 3 over to the left, leaving us with 7.36 times 10 to the third power. Hope that's making sense to you right now. Let's take a look at our second method. It wants us to regroup using the commutative property. Multiply the first factors together, which is our 2.3 and our 3.2, and then we're going to multiply the power of 10 by adding the exponents. Make sure your final answer is in scientific notation. So let's go ahead and regroup the 2.3 and the 3.2. And then we are going to put our powers together, 10.5 and 10 to the negative 2 power. Now we're going to multiply the first parenthesis together, 2.3 times 3.2, leaving us with 7.36. Next, we are going to multiply our powers of 10 by adding our exponents. So I'm going to have 5 plus negative 2, which will give me 10 to the third power. Hope that's making sense to you. All right, let's try an example. Multiplying numbers in scientific notation. You can use any method that you feel comfortable with. Pause the video and give it a try. Okay, let's see what you got. I am going to work both methods. So hopefully you choose the one that you feel more comfortable. So I am going to do the first method where we regroup the first factors. So 1.25 times 3.2, and I'm also going to regroup the powers, 10 to the negative fourth power and 10 to the negative third power. Now we're going to multiply the first factors, which will give us 4, and then we are going to multiply. Remember, when we're multiplying, same base, we're going to add our exponents. So negative 4 plus negative 3 will give me 10 to the negative 7 power. Now we're going to write that in proper scientific notation, which will give us 4 times 10 to the negative 7 power. Okay, for those of you who tried the second method, where you convert your first factors in standard notation, then you're going to get your answer in standard notation. Now remember, we always want to put our answer in scientific notation, and that number has to be between 1 and 10. So I would have to move my decimal places. So how many hops would I have to make? I would have to make 7 hops to the right to get my number between 1 and 10. Now we're going to convert it in scientific notation, leaving us with 4 times 10 to the negative 7 power. Hope you get that. Remember, you should always get the same answer no matter what method you try. So once again, you can pause, rewind, rewatch as many times as you like.